Okay, so it wasn't just that. It was another report came out that just recently we have Bali have this earthquake, but it was some more sounds in the sky because they said they use it as a giant mixing board. They send the frequencies up, and while literally we were talking about the fires, they distracted us with this one. So look at what happened in Japan here. Listen closely because you got to hear. It was like some strange noise up there. Now, this event in Japan could have been connected to the Japanese PM being evacuated after some loud sound. But if you listen to that video, that was not an explosion. That was something else in the atmosphere that you hear constantly again and again and again. So what I'm saying here is this date, not April, but yeah, it was April 15th. So this date actually goes back further than the date of that video. So I'm not sure those events are connected, but we're gonna go into basically what the HAARP director says. And we just had some chaos basically in the atmosphere and stuff like that. But look at this video in August where it just looks like HAARP was attacking the freaking atmosphere as well. They use like a lightning strike and it hits the top of this facility in Saudi Arabia. Okay, so to get the perspective right, they came out with this report, IEE Spectrum. They were going to use this August 12th. You had immediately following this entire month where people were coming out with more reports on the ground and even asking more questions. Also, we just had Bali having an earthquake situation that was literally in the water. Before we get to that though, somebody says, is this weather manipulation by HAARP? Seems like they may be forcing this to be accommodated with the Great Reset. With chaos comes order. And here's the video they put with it.
Oh. Aaron?
Didn't do anything about it, babe. That whole thing.
Getting a load of this.
So after they use those frequencies and they mix everything up, just like they said here in the report, they're sending these signals down. Obviously, it excites the atmosphere. We went into deep studies on this, and then it messed with certain hemispheres of the brain, like the left hemisphere and stuff like that. And you may get little signals and all these sounds in your head, and they could be beaming voices to you, all these different things that sound so weird. But the thing is, they said it was just art. Don't worry. HAARP is beaming art on August 23rd. Like, do you really believe that? How many of you in the comments are sitting there saying like, oh yeah, they were just beaming art?
No, they weren't just beaming art. I'm hoping and praying more people wake up and actually hit a button and say, search HAARP, so that everything this guy's saying, every image you just saw, everything that just raced by as disaster unfolding, you'll know is true.
Here is and I know a lot of y'all are not saying that. And then it's going to be some of you, man, HAARP doesn't even exist anymore, but go look it up. It's called Active Auroral Research Program, and now it's called UAF, University of Alaska Fairbanks. You do your own research, then you can find out what's actually going on. And I'm going to take you to the director of HAARP, the director actively right now, who says they come there and then they use these giant antennas and they shoot these beams in the atmosphere, just like this artist is saying, we're doing hard work. But then listen to the director, hear what he says.
This is the experiment that Chris Fallon did, where you can use HAARP to generate artificial aurora. This is kind of faint looking. It's actually reddish. But it took a spot overhead and created aurora. Ham operators can pick this up. Canadians have actually had
Do it again.
And created aurora. Ham operators can
One more time.
reddish. But it took a spot overhead and created aurora. Ham operators can pick this up. Canadians have actually come down to HAARP, and working with Jessica Matthews, they've used the same technique to take art and imagery and transmit it out into the ionosphere and off the ionosphere, bouncing around the world. This is an NRL scientist, Paul Bernhard, who came in last summer and placed a bunch of antennas, about 26 antennas at Delta Junction. You can see them in a row. They're actually relayed in an X. He was using HAARP as an over-the-horizon radar facility to bounce HF off of the ionosphere and collect it at these antennas. His idea is to use this.
All right, so that's the situation. And I see somebody in the comments say, I love you, bro, but you're wrong. What the heck am I wrong about when they come out saying this month? Literally, look on the screen. We're gonna be using HAARP antenna array to create global work of art, right? But those frequencies still interact. So you're telling me that we're having all this flight chaos, right? The UK is having this flight chaos. Look how much stuff got grounded. Doesn't that sound like it coincides with something messing with the atmosphere? It could be also cyber as well. I'm not saying that it's not, but I'm just saying, like, when they come out and tell you these things, I mean, obviously some of these events start to coincide. Not every event coincides, but some of them do. Kind of like this one in Michigan. They actually said on August 12th, they released a report and said, look, we're gonna have the freaking HAARP antenna this weekend, and then on the 11th, that report came out. So that was like right around the same date. To me, that's a connection really deep. Not every video probably is connected here, but I'm just saying, I'm covering the stuff that's happening mostly August, following those events. The sounds in the sky 100% to me is a connection. What do you think here in the comment section? I'm gonna take you though into what's happening with the UK, how the flights and stuff like that, and they're trying to say, oh, it's not a cyber attack or nothing like that. Could be something to do with the sun, but at the same time, frequencies mess with planes as well too. What is a cyber attack? It's some type of frequency that messes with the electromagnetic grid. So let's go ahead and play this clip really quick.
When you get issues like this, they inevitably turn out to be foul-ups rather than effectively being hacked. And something went very, very badly wrong with the extraordinarily complex system that is being used by NATS, the National Air Traffic Service, and with everything working at full stretch, because it is such a busy time for airline passengers, well, the cancellations just multiplied.
You know, the question is, we're looking at that on screen, but why is neighborhoods having booms in them? And they say it's like, you know, kind of like no seismic activity connected to it at all. No seismic activity. So my thing is like, okay, they use electromagnetic waves and they generate earthquakes. Are they testing something out? Because to me, in this neighborhood, the police investigated a boom in Lee County, right? And literally, it's August 25th, and literally they didn't find anything. But the U.S. Geological Survey, it's not a quake. So what is it? So we're not being told it's either an underground boom, they're either fighting lizard reptilians under the ground, or some type of trafficking operation, or it's electromagnetic waves from HAARP probably. So, and I mean some creature running around, I don't freaking know. The next thing though I want to take you into that's really highly important was Bali's earthquake.
In the Java Sea, northeast of Denpasar. Let's go straight to Tegan Dolling in Bali. Tegan, you felt it there.
Yeah, I did, Trevor. Good morning. I was actually asleep. It was 4 o'clock here in our resort in Uluwatu, and I woke to what was a little bit of rattling of the bed, and I thought, oh, this is cute. We're going through an earthquake. And then within around 15, 20 seconds of room, the entire room started to shake quite strongly. We could hear that there was quite a few other hotel guests obviously running from their rooms. We spoke to reception. They said, yes, this is quite a big earthquake, one of the biggest ones we've had in the last 12 months.
So like we said, once again, we're in a battle. The mind, the heart, the soul, you must be aware in order to critically be able to counteract what's going on.